You might think only humans can judge who's good or bad, but in reality, your dog might be even better at it than you are. Have you ever seen your dog growl, avoid, or stick closely to you just because of a stranger's arrival? Do dogs sense it through their eyes, their nose, or through an instinct so profound that even science is amazed? In today's video, you'll uncover 10 surprising secrets about how dogs identify good and bad people, and why you should trust them even more than your friends. This is the scientific truth about how dogs detect bad intentions, and it's something you probably never expected. Section 1. How dogs react to kindness. You'll be surprised to know, dogs don't just sense who is bad, they can also instantly recognize who is trying to help you. Even at a first meeting, scientists at Kyoto University conducted a fascinating experiment. In it, strangers were asked to help a dog's owner open a stubbornly stuck box. When someone stepped in to help, the act wasn't just noticed by the owner, the dog picked up on it immediately. 2. Amazingly, afterward, when that same person offered the dog a treat, the dogs accepted it happily and without hesitation. Even a small act of kindness, even if staged, earned the dog's trust and appreciation. Never underestimate small moments of kindness, for dogs. It can decide who deserves their protection. How about you? Has your dog ever chosen you over someone else because of a simple act of kindness? But what if someone behaves rudely? Check out the next section. Their reaction might send chills down your spine. Section 2. How dogs react to rudeness. Did you know? Even a small act of rudeness is enough for a dog to remember and reject you forever. In the same Kyoto University study, when an actor deliberately refused to help the dog's owner in front of the dog, the reaction was completely different, even when the person later tried to win the dog's favor with food. Many dogs flatly turned away, refusing to accept it. Dogs don't just observe behavior, they evaluate and judge kindness versus selfishness. For them, words mean nothing, actions are what truly matter. Remember, you might deceive people with words, but you will never fool a dog with a cold heart. Have you ever seen your dog turn its back on someone, even if that person seemed friendly? Share your story with me. I'd love to hear it. And if you think just being outwardly polite is enough, think again. In the next section, you'll see just how incredibly perceptive dogs really are. Section 3. Dogs can detect when someone is lying. You won't believe it, if you deceive a dog even once, they will remember, and may never trust you again. Research led by scientist Akiko Takaoka at Kyoto University revealed an astonishing truth. In the experiment, when a human first pointed to a container with food and then later pointed to an empty one, by the third attempt, even when the person pointed correctly, the dog refused to follow the cue. This shows that dogs don't just react to the present moment, they remember past experiences and adjust their trust accordingly. For them, being deceived once is already too much. If even a dog stops trusting you, maybe it's time to reflect. Who else might you have unintentionally hurt in your life? Have you ever seen your dog change its attitude toward someone after just one meeting? I would love to hear your story. But the story of trust doesn't end here. In the next section, you'll see how dogs can even detect the most skillful deceivers. Section 4. Real-life example, dogs catching con artists. Believe it or not, there are real cases where dogs have exposed deceivers that humans had no idea about. Several incidents have been documented where dogs became wary of, or outright refused to approach, people who appeared kind but secretly had bad intentions. One famous example, during a charity fundraiser in the UK, a man appeared eager to help the organization. However, the service dogs present kept growling and avoiding him, raising suspicion among the staff. Upon investigation, it turned out that the man had a criminal record for fraud. This shows that no matter how carefully someone masks their intentions, dogs can sense the true energy that people cannot hide. If your dog seems uneasy around someone, don't dismiss it. It could be the final warning you're lucky enough to receive. Have you ever seen your dog act cautious around someone without an obvious reason? I would love to hear those special stories from you. But a dog's ability to read people doesn't stop at detecting truth or lies. They can even see through the subtlest body language. Section 5. How dogs read human body language. There are tiny body language cues so subtle that even you might not notice them, but your dog has already understood them long before. According to animal behavior experts, dogs use their ability to read body language to assess how safe a person is. A tensed shoulder, a heavy-footed walk, an anxious glance, none of these escape their notice. In the wild, even the slightest shift in posture signals instability or danger. Dogs have evolved over thousands of years, relying on this analysis to survive, and now, they use the same skill to protect you. If you notice your dog backing away, stiffening their tail, perking their ears, or letting out a low growl when someone approaches, trust that they're picking up much more than you are. One glance or tiny movement can reveal everything, and for a dog, even the most cleverly hidden falsehood has its own unmistakable scent. Have you ever witnessed your dog sizing someone up before you realized they couldn't be trusted? I'd love to hear your story. And it doesn't stop there. In the next section, you'll discover how dogs even pick up on the most subtle emotional signals to decide who's good and who's not. Section 6. How dogs sense kindness or danger through behavior. Don't just listen to what people say, watch how your dog reacts. Because sometimes their heart is sharper than human logic. Dogs don't just read body language, they analyze the contradictions between words and actions. If someone smiles but clenches their fists, shifts their eyes constantly, or holds a rigid posture, a dog will instantly pick up on the unease. On the other hand, someone with gentle gestures, soft eyes, and steady breathing will quickly earn a dog's trust and affection. The strange part is, even if the person hasn't done anything obviously wrong, dogs can still distinguish danger thanks to instincts inherited from their wild wolf ancestors. Sometimes, survival doesn't depend on what you hear, but on what your dog has already sensed long before. Have you ever noticed your dog immediately bonding with someone, or showing unexplained caution toward another? I'd love to hear your story. But don't think that's all. In the next section, you'll be amazed to learn dogs can even read human facial expressions with chilling accuracy. Section 7. Dogs can distinguish positive emotions from human faces. You might not realize it, but when you smile, the sparkling happiness in your eyes sends a powerful message of love to your beloved dog. According to research from the University of Valentino in Italy, dogs don't just recognize emotions through tone of voice, they can accurately distinguish facial expressions as well. In the study, when dogs saw images of human faces expressing joy or positive surprise, their heart rates increased slightly, in a happy, excited way. This shows that dogs don't just see your smile, they understand it as a sign of safety and happiness. Because they are so emotionally attuned to their owners. Every time you smile, you're planting seeds of security and trust in your dog's mind. If life has worn away your smile, remember, your dog's hopeful eyes are still watching. Moment by moment. Have you ever noticed your dog catching your joy and getting excited whenever you truly smile? Please share your story. I'd love to hear it. But on the flip side, when your face carries sadness or anger, a dog's reaction can be even more profound and thought-provoking. Section 8. Dogs detect negative emotions and give warnings. Sometimes, even before you realize you're angry, your dog has already sensed it and started worrying about you. In the same study on reading expressions, scientists discovered that when dogs see human faces showing anger, fear, or sadness, their heart rates spike, but this time due to stress. Notably, when they observe an angry face, clenched teeth, wide eyes, many dogs respond by backing away, growling softly, or trying to avoid the situation altogether. Experts explain that in the wild, showing front teeth or wide eyes signals a threat or impending attack, and dogs still retain that ancient instinct. Thus, when you experience intense negative emotions, your dog might feel threatened or anxious, even if you don't intend to intimidate them. Don't hold on to anger or sadness for too long, because every emotional outburst can leave invisible scars in your dog's heart. Have you ever noticed your dog becoming quiet or avoiding you during times when your mood was unstable? I'd love to hear about those experiences. But what about trust? Do dogs only read outward expressions, or can they also sense the true sincerity deep inside? Let's explore that next. Section 9. Dogs sense trustworthiness from within. You can't put on an act in front of a dog. They read the sincerity deep inside your heart. According to research published in Animal Cognition, Dogs don't just react to outward behavior, they sense the energetic frequency of authenticity. When someone communicates with steady eye contact, natural gestures, and relaxed posture, dogs feel safe and connect easily. Conversely, people who act kind but display shifty eyes, tense bodies, or forced movements make dogs uneasy and cautious, no matter how polished their outward behavior may seem. This proves dogs don't need words to judge. For them, real energy speaks louder than any fancy speech. In a dog's world, trust is not built with words, it comes from every sincere heartbeat you offer. Have you ever seen your dog instantly adore someone, simply because they radiated an indescribable sense of trust? Share your story. I would love to hear it. And finally, let's explore an even deeper secret. Dogs don't just sense trust, they also react powerfully to the emotional energy you project. Section 10. Dogs are deeply affected by the emotional energy you radiate. Even if you don't say a word, your dog can sense the entire storm of emotions brewing inside you. According to research from the American Animal Behavior Association, dogs are extremely sensitive to the emotional energy you emit. If you're full of joy, excitement, with steady breathing and a relaxed body, your dog will wag its tail, press close to you, and share in your happiness. But if you're tense, anxious, or angry, even if you try to hide it, short breaths, a stiff body, and distant eyes will immediately make your dog feel uneasy. They don't need a reason, just the shift in emotional frequency is enough for them to react. Either by trying to protect you or by guarding themselves. If you love your dog, remember, every emotion you carry is like a wind that blows through their small, fragile world. Have you ever experienced your dog clinging unusually close when you were sad? Or becoming extra playful when you were happy? I would love to hear those heartwarming stories. And now, after discovering all these incredible secrets, let's wrap it all up by reflecting on the powerful life lessons your dog has been silently teaching you. Now you know, every time your dog growls, turns away, or avoids someone, it's not random. It's the result of thousands of years of evolution, enabling them to read human emotions, sincerity, and the deepest truths hidden within the heart. Dogs don't just protect your home, they protect your heart from hurts you might not even see coming. In the next video, I'll share with you 7 signs that show your dog has truly imprinted you as their real family, and it's a beautiful miracle you won't want to miss. Do you have a story where your dog sensed something you didn't notice at first? Share it with me in the comments. I would love to hear it. If this video helped you understand the inner world of our 4-legged friends better, stay with us, because there are still so many magical secrets waiting for you to discover.